It's the top 5 things I wish I'd known before starting my fitness journey. Per usual, this is off the cuff, straight from the heart, unscripted, so bear with me a little bit. Number 1, be happy with daily progress, finishing my task for the day. Focusing on a goal is awesome. Maybe your goal is to lose 100 pounds, or maybe you want to build muscle, or maybe you want to squat 600 pounds. Whatever it may be, the truth is that those goals could take years. And when you reach those goals, a lot of times, in my case, in most cases, you're always going to want more. People are never going to be satisfied with where they are. And that's great. Let's say you build some muscle. You're always going to want to get bigger. Let's say you squat that 600 pounds. What's next? I want to squat 650. The point that I'm getting at is you're never truly going to be happy or satisfied or at the end goal. You're never going to reach the finish line. And that could turn a lot of people off. A lot of people that are just waiting for that goal to happen. They just want that six-pack. Learn to celebrate the daily wins. Congratulate yourself for being a little bit better than you were yesterday. You woke up in the morning, you ate a healthy meal. You went and worked out. You drank your water. You had another healthy meal. These are all little W's and little steps working towards the bigger goal. These are what you need to be rewarding yourself for daily, because this is what's going to make you stronger. This is what's going to build your mindset and make you happy. You're not going to be happy once you reach your goal, because the fact is that you're never actually going to reach a goal. As soon as you get close to that goal, you're going to want more. And that's just the truth. Number 2, track all of your food. The most important thing that you can do in your fitness journey is tracking your food. Find a good coach. Doesn't have to be me, anybody who you work with that you like, that has results and looks like they've actually worked out. That's the biggest thing. Find a coach that actually looks like they've built muscle or been lean. Have them figure out your macronutrients that you need to either A, lose weight, or B, put muscle on, and follow it to a T. You cannot continue to make progress in the long term if you're not tracking your food and doing it right. You're not going to build muscle and you're not going to lose weight if your macronutrients are not correct. I don't care if you're on the treadmill 3 hours a day, you cannot outwork a bad diet. And I don't care if you're lifting 5 hours a day. If you're not getting your protein in and you're not getting your food in, you're not going to build muscle. And this is a fact. Number 3, kind of goes along with number 2. Track all of your workouts. This goes, as I said, goes along with number 2. Finding a program to work that suits your goals. Is your goal to lose weight? Is your goal to build muscle? Is your goal to squat 600 pounds? You want to be a power lifter? You need to find a program that you can work consistently for at least 16 weeks. Let me repeat that. 16 weeks is what you need at least to see if a program is working for you or not. So many people are switching back and forth every 2 to 4 weeks because they're not seeing results. 2 to 4 weeks is not enough time for you to see if a program is working well for you or not. In order for this program to work for you, you need to be tracking your lifts. That goes along with your food. Because if your lifts are down and you're not making progress, or you feel weak, or you feel tired, or whatever it is, you need to see that in your tracking sheet for your workouts. And then from there, you can look at your food and see, oh, wow, well, my carbs were low last week. It was a low carb day, or my calories are low, or, I ate this amount of food, or I ate this carbohydrate before I came to the gym and it's making me feel a little sluggish. I didn't get enough sleep the night before. Whatever it is, you're going to be stagnant at some point in time. It's going to happen a lot where you're not making any progress. And the only way to get out of that is to look exactly at what you're doing, and that's the only way that you can make adjustments. Do yourself a favor and obsess over that shit. Obsess over tracking your food. Obsess over tracking your workouts. This will give you an upper hand over 95% of everybody that's at the gym. 95% of everyone that just keeps going to the gym and they look the same year after year. Number 4, it's not about moving the weight from A to B. It's about how you move the weight from A to B. Let me explain. There's a thing called time under tension. And the result from this is muscle growth. You need to be aware when you're making a lift how much time you're putting that muscle under tension. Let's just take a bicep curl, for instance. When you're coming up for a concentric movement, you want to have tension on the muscle the whole time, all the way through the eccentric movement, all the way down to the bottom. The number one thing that I'm aware of when I'm lifting is I want to find the easy points of the lift. Which point of the lift is giving me a break? What's the easiest part? And for a bicep curl, sometimes the easiest part is when your arm is fully extended. You're getting a break. There's tension off the muscle. Sometimes during a bicep curl, your break will be at the top point, where you've brought it all the way to the top and you're taking a second break. That's an easy point. That's where you lost tension on the muscle. Try to find an 85% rep range. What I mean by that is you're not fully going all the way up and you're not fully extending. You're staying right to where you keep tension on the muscle coming up, and you're coming down to where you keep tension on the muscle and not fully locking out. You want to do this as much as possible. This takes time and a lot of practice to try to keep your muscles under tension, especially for some harder stuff, hamstrings, back, chest. Some people get it on some muscles, and then some people struggle with other muscles. I mean, it took me years to actually work my delts correctly, where I was actually squeezing my delts correctly and keeping my delts under tension on every movement. It's very hard for me to connect to that muscle. The best thing that I like to do is I like to imagine before I go to the gym. Now, you already have your workout plan because you're tracking your workouts. Before you go to the gym, let's say you're going to do 4 exercises or 5 exercises. I'm mentally going through each exercise in my head. I'm seeing myself do the exercise before I go there. And I'm picturing myself squeezing the muscle and keeping the muscle under tension. I don't know if it's like a placebo effect or what, but I heard somebody say it a while back, a pro bodybuilder, and it worked wonders for me. And I do it every single day, where I'm imagining every move that I'm going to make in the gym, and it helps me connect to the muscle a lot more. Don't get frustrated about it. Contracting a muscle, keeping it under tension, is a very hard thing to learn, and it takes time. I just want you to be aware of it, that you should be aware at which part of the movement is easy for you. Number 5, possibly most important, no fucking ego lifting. Guys, nobody cares what you're lifting at the gym. No one. Girls don't care, Dudes don't care. Unless you're loading up like 8 or 9 plates in the squat rack to take down for a squat, nobody cares what you're doing. Focus on the weight that you can handle correctly. Injuries are going to be the biggest problem long term. I have so many injuries that I'm working around through shoulders, hips, knees, elbows, my back, all from ego lifting. If you're younger and you're just starting out, I get it. Ego lifting is going to happen a little bit. But keep that shit under check, okay? Don't do no ego lifting stupid shit on squats, bench press, anything that where the risk to reward ratio is completely off. Don't fucking do it. Nobody cares. It's not helping you at all. You're not building any muscle from it. Get that shit out of your head right away.